I found out that I have a new superpower since I turned 40. This is very exciting. I don't like to tell old people jokes, so if you're under 30, buckle up. But anyway, I'm just saying, once you turn 40, wonderful things happen. Like, I have the new ability to hurt myself sleeping, you guys. Yes. Anybody? I used to have to bungee jump out of an airplane or do something like play hockey, but no. I could sleep on 2 pillows and I can't walk for 3 days, right? And I'm in physical therapy and the dude's like, "What'd you do, ma'am?" I was like, "I woke up, Skippy, okay? I woke up." And then I did stupid things during the pandemic. Just because it's on Groupon does not mean it's a good idea, okay? Don't get a colonoscopy on Groupon, I'm just saying. And for goodness sakes, don't buy a $4.99 horseback riding excursion. The horse was $5, you guys. It was a discount horse, okay? Because he was done with rides. And the minute I got in that position, I realized God did not mean, I just didn't need my legs to ever be straddling anything ever again after I've had 2 kids. And I was on the horse, and the horse, he just wanted to die. You could tell. He was like, "Lady, I'm gonna end it. You're so fat. You're so fat, lady. Get off or I'm going off the cliff. I'm going off the cliff like Thelma and Louise. Just get off, you fatty." Yeah, and then my daughter wanted me to go rock climbing. Rock climbing? You're not supposed to climb rocks. You're supposed to throw rocks at 5th grade boys, okay? That's what... You climb... I was like, "I will support you spiritually from the ground." I don't need to put wheels on my feet. I do not need to be in water. I'm telling you. There's some girls out here now, they're like, "I like her. I'm just gonna come and sit with her on a rocking chair." Like, I'm just ready for that. Like, I'm just ready. I know, and I'm getting closer in age, and I married for love the first time, but I'm just gonna go around the senior center right now and look for old money. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, girl, yes, I love you clapping for that, and you're 14. Somebody taught you right, that's what I'm saying. Don't you marry for love, that is ridiculous. And by the way, stop Googling your boyfriends. That's not what's important. You need to go on Ancestry.com. That's what, yes. Oh no, because my kids, on my side, they're Italian and Irish, but on their dad's side, they're Korean and Native American ladies. Oh yes, Korean and Native American. That means my kids are getting a scholarship and a casino, okay? And that's not even a racial joke. They're just smarter than me, okay? They are smarter than I am, and I'm glad that my kids are part Asian because they can do my taxes. I'm telling you, it's like the Asian side of the family. And like Lucy, like, okay, I've got 2 kids, right? I've got 2 totally different kids. Like Lucy, she was like probably 5th grade. She's crying in the corner. She's crying. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I got an A-. I got an A- in math." And I was like, "You don't need math. You're pretty," And sorry, it's Common Core math. Anybody? What is Common Core? 2 + 2 is not 4. No. 2 + 2 is whatever you feel like writing because we don't want to trigger your feelings, okay? So she's crying because she got an A-. She's like, "Because my Korean grandma said an A- is a -A. She said, that's an Asian F. And then my other one's got like a bucket over her head just knocking into walls being like, "I like lunch." I was like, "See, that's my kid, okay?" You have 2 kids. You have like the good one, and then you have the don't ask, don't tell kid. You got the one you pick up at carpool, and you look at the teacher, and you're like, "Don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me." You just try to make it to June. You're just trying to make it to June. I'm sorry, Miss Georgie, you know which one that is. But anybody drive your kids to school? Anybody a mom that drives your kids to school? Anybody a working mom drive your kids to school, and you've been driving your preschooler or your kid to school, and they're a little vomiting? You guys ever had that where they're just like a little bit sick? They have a tiny fever, just like 104, like not bad. And you got to go to work. And your kid is vomiting on the driveway. And I just had to look at my baby because I love her. And I just say, "Honey, we got to keep this a secret between you and mommy, okay? Get in the car." She's like, "But I'm dying." I'm like, "Honey, we are name it and claim it Christians. We believe Jesus raised people from the dead. You got to walk your faith right now, okay? You got to be like, I'm healed by the stripes of Jesus. I am healed by the stripes of Jesus." And she did it. She just kept proclaiming her faith until she passed out. I was so proud of her. I took her to school. I dropped her off. I was like, "You deserve it, honey. You deserve it." And the teacher called me 4 minutes later, right? You get that call? Ever get that call? "Excuse me, your daughter has malaria and head lice." You know what I said? "She was fine when I dropped her off. Did you feed her gluten? I don't know what's happening. So sad. Some of you are scared for my children. I know. It's like the pandemic, everybody's trying to find romance and all this stuff. And I've been a single mom for 8 years, but I do need to tell you, so you don't come worry about me, that I do have a man in my life, and he's still in my life, even though I moved, and we're gonna make it work long distance. He's been in my life for 3 years now. He's very handsome. He's a dentist, and I love him so much. I see him every 6 months, and he loves me. He still sends me postcards, and it's like, come see me, here's a date. He's very old-fashioned, and we've never kissed, but he's always leaning in, like it's gonna happen. Like, he's just so romantic, and I'm always crying because he gives me nitrous. And it's just so sad how that's true. And it is. But so I brought some swag with me. Some of you would talk. I read Proverbs 31 in the Bible for many, many years, and I'd always ask, like, what's that verse about? And the pastor would say, it's about the kind of woman God wants you to be, right? Proverbs 31. And then I said, why? He said, well, if you read the whole chapter, has anyone ever heard of Proverbs 31 in the Bible? 4 people? Cool. And so it's a chapter about what God thinks of the perfect woman. Well, let me tell you something, Sacramento. I read all Proverbs 31. And it did not speak to me at all, okay? I do not plow and I do not rise early, okay? And my kids have called me a lot of things in the morning, but it is not blessed. I have never heard anybody call me blessed. And it says, Proverbs 31, she gathers her food from afar. I was like, that is takeout, Jesus. That is Postmates, okay? I am gathering the Uber Eats. And so a few years ago, I started my own ministry, and it's called Proverbs 32 Woman. She rises late and her kids make her breakfast. Yes. I'm gonna give that to you in the blue dress. You come get one later. Yeah, I like you. You laugh at all my dysfunction. I really do. Are you a mom?
Yes, I am.
Are you? How many kids do you have?
I have 2 daughters.
You have 2 daughters? Do you know their names? Do you have grandkids?
I have a granddaughter and a great-grandson.
A great-grandson? I bet you know their names, because you care more about them. Let's just be honest. Oh, come on, grandmas. You know as soon as you see her, you push them out of the way. Give me the baby, give me the baby. You know why you want that baby, because you want to pay your daughters back for the teenage years, don't you? I let my kids spend the weekend at grandma's house. That's the biggest mistake of my life. They can ruin 3 years of parenting in 24 hours, can't you? Yes, you can. Sugar, sugar, sugar. My kid had never had sugar till she went to Nana's. Then she came home like a crack addict in rehab. She's like, General Hospital, where's General Hospital? Luke and Laura, Luke and Laura. I'm like, okay. My mother loves every minute. You know you do, Barb. You're watching it, you know every minute. So this shirt is dedicated to my mother. She is super Christian, but I love to catch her in sin. And so I caught her in sin. And she was talking about her friend's issues, and I busted her. I said, Mama, you can't talk about issues. You're a Christian. She said, that's where you're wrong. We're Christians. We don't have issues. We have prayer requests, okay? And I was like, you need therapy, Barbara. She's like, no, I don't. I have small group. Because you know what happens at small group stays in the church newsletter. The one on Facebook. It's a closed group. You guys... So this is dedicated to my mother. This shirt says, it's not gossip if your head is bowed.